Somebody let me know that you can't hear me, so I'm going to start over. I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me on the live stream to watch me play Lorcana. Tonight, you can see my mat. I'm going to crack a pack, but I have two packs here, and I want to know. I'm going to move them over here so that you can see them a little bit better. I want to know, which pack would you prefer for me to crack open? I will open one live on stream. We're going to put that aside right over here. And I'm going to write it here in the chat so that you guys know which pack, which pack should I crack on screen, on live. Hello, Kaiserven. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. If you like Lorcana, if you are looking forward to watching me play Lorcana on Pixelborn, to learn how to pilot these decks that we're building out, these synergies that we're exploring, I am totally ready to do that. Please follow our channel so that you can watch us do that regularly. Tonight we're going to crack these packs. Then we're going to discuss potentially playing one of two deck builds that I have looked up, that I've done a little bit of research on, that I believe have performed well in tournaments. These are specifically the internet tournaments, the online tournaments. So I do play in a league at my local game store, and it's an awesome league. I got just beat into the ground so many times when Lorcana first came out using those precons. And then I wised up. And after I wised up, by this meta, I've built the green faucet and I've got to play twice. I've attended twice during the current meta. And I've played the green faucet and I went 3-0 once and I went 2-1 another time. And I am just ready to potentially plunk down some money to build another paper deck. So, for the paper deck though, I mean, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got money to be buying everything that they ever see. So, I'm kind of test driving a lot of things here on Pixelborn. So, thanks again everybody for coming. Somebody said it looks like chat is saying to go ahead and open the Floodborn pack. I think chat is saying to open the Floodborn pack because there's so much light here. I'm like almost inclined to turn it off. Let's see what happens when we go way down. Can you see the pack now? It's a little bit easier. So I really need one more emo beast. There's a lot of steel. I might even run a steel deck this evening. And if I do, and I love it, and it's got 4 emo beasts, I need another one. Now, the other day, I put that juju on the pack, and I said, "Oh, I'm just gonna pull an emo beast first thing," and I did pull it immediately. So, I don't mind staying in that vein. Let's go. Like, let's open this Floodborn pack and hope that I get an emo beast. And then after this, after we open the pack, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this couple of decks that I've built out. I personally did not come up with these builds. These are tried and true, at least by someone else on the internet, and they are published to a website that keeps data on online tournaments. So here we go. I'm going to move it over here. This looks better. Let's see where I can find like the best light for you guys. It's like off screen, of course. Meh, meh, meh. This looks good. Nope, none of it looks good. I'm turning the light off. The light is annoying me. It's going to be a little bit darker, but now I'm like, I want my light back. Let's do this. Let's turn it on and let's turn it all the way down that it'll possibly go. Okay. Blah. Why is this my life right now? Okay, the first one is going to be painting the roses red. I'm gonna have to figure out a better lighting setup. Oh, Merlin Crab. This is used in a lot of purple decks. I kind of love it. I kind of do. Hi, if you're just joining, we're just cracking Lorcana packs before we do some deck building. And the deck building is going to be based off of some tournament information from online. And then we're going to put those decks into Pixelborn and play them. And maybe if I fall in love, if tonight's the night, if I don't run out of time, then I am going to. Ooh, Array. Now, this is not a very expensive card, but it is definitely seen. You see Ray all over the meta, and it is a fantastic Emerald evasive card. Nothing to hide. Donald Duck, Deep Sea Diver. Ooh, the perfect gentleman Donald Duck. I find this card to be super duper cute. And followed by Merlin Goat. Heck yeah. Got to gain that lore on the fly. People beat me all the time, and I have beat them by just getting one lore from the goat. The goat himself, Merlin. And we've got a Tuk Tuk. And a King Louis. I think I only have one of these, so I'm super excited to put him in my collection. No enchanted today, folks. We're ending on a piglet. A foil. A knit foil piglet. So glad that wasn't an enchanted after all, because it would have been nicked. Looks like he is the star of the show, Louis. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Louis, I think I'm going to add him right to my collection because I do need to round out a playset of him. And I think the other winners, at least for me, are going to be these common and uncommons, the Goat and Ray. Although not expensive, very great cards to see him play. Absolutely love those cards. Thank you for opening the Floodborn pack with me, and maybe on the next stream we'll open up the first chapter pack. For now, let's see here. I'm going to put up on the screen for you while I am adjusting just where we're going to be deck building online. And then let's see here. Just gonna move this baby out of the way. It's in my face. I've got to figure out. There has to be, there has to be a better way than just hooking this up and turning it around and doing all of, just literally doing the most just to share cracking packs with you guys, which I actually love to do. So I'm going to try to think of, there must be a better way. Alrighty. While I am getting myself sorted though, take a peek. This is at dreamborn.inc. This is where I catalog my collection. I pop the decks I want to build in here, and I take a look at their breakdown in terms of the ratios of the two colors, how much of this color or that color, which will then lead me to believe that the deck will act in a certain way. And then I also want to know, is this a creature heavy deck? Is this an items heavy deck? An action like songs heavy deck? All of this can be seen easily here at dreamborn.inc. So it's pretty awesome if you ask me. Alrighty then, let me see. I'm almost there, I promise. I just want to get this dang thing out of my sight. It bothers me. It's big. It's in the way. That is just completely impractical. Meh. Meh. Maybe if I weren't so picky, and I didn't want my stuff set up in just a way, then I wouldn't have to reinvent the wheel just to crack a pack. What a bust. Ugh. Yeah, that's going to have to change. Mistakes were made. Alrighty. Well, it looks like I'm pretty set up, so I can move on in life. We can move on from this. Okay. Back to deck building. A couple of decks. Before we look at this deck, let's go to my decks. I did put two in here. The first one is Cogsworth and Friends. I'm very, very interested in running this. And then the second here is this, it says Hendrik, this guy, I don't know how to say Thou, I would guess is his last name. So Hendrik built this deck, this amber emerald deck, and I believe it won. It was top place in an online tournament of about 60 some odd players. So a couple things about this deck. I love the fact that it was a winningest deck. I could not be more happy about the fact that if I ended up actually falling in love with this deck on Pixelborn, that I would have to spend 0 doll hairs in order to put it together and take it to my LGS. So that is a super huge draw for me. However, I am desperately trying to get better at playing specifically Sapphire decks. I don't mind what they're paired with, but I really like the idea of them being paired with steel. I find steel to be a very strong color. It's just the ratio of steel to sapphire that typically trips me up because I'm unsure of the tempo. It doesn't, or at least not yet, has it ever synergized with me as a person. I try to play a little bit more conservatively up front, and it's tough for me to decide, should I get rid of these items versus these characters when I'm inking? If I'm inking from the hand, what is the correct thing? So I'm really trying to challenge myself to play more Sapphire. And because I like Steel, I want to play a Sapphire Steel deck. So tonight, I think we might go with Cogsworth and Friends. This would be a little bit more pricey. It hurts. It would hurt my pocketbook if I ended up liking it. It is mostly Sapphire with 38 cards in Sapphire. The math ain't mathing. It says still 22. I think that this might be the cost of them in game to cast them, the cast cost. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look up the actual numbers. The numbers. I know how to say numbers, just so you know. I'm just a weird person. I say things weird. I do like that it's got a high ink percentage, or high enough at least. And it's a little over half characters, and the spread between items, actions, and songs. And by the way, songs are subtype action. So the spread looks pretty good. I am not exactly, it looks like they have a bomb or two and a lot of 5 drops. I'm wondering how we get these out. It's probably by ramping into Oblivion, if I had to guess, something I'm not good at with blue yet. But I think that who is the goat? Bloodborne. I didn't pull. I'm sorry, I did not pull the beast. Oh, boo-hoo. Sad times. I think it's time to go ahead and pop into the game. So I'm going to get that started really quickly. Alrighty. So here we are in the game. And I have my collection over here, and you can see I have built out Hendrik's deck, and I have also built out. Oh, I thought that it was not the correct deck because I immediately saw Amber, but it's just because they're over here. So I have also built out this Sapphire Steel deck. It was actually named Cogsworth and Friends. I did see a Cogsworth in the deck. Sorry for not going through. Actually, let's do just a little bit. Let's go back. Let's backtrack and let's just do a little bit of an overview, more than just the percentages. I'm curious because I've actually never successfully played a deck with Cogsworth. I have played Sapphire decks on past streams. If you look on my most recent past stream, I did play a deck with Sapphire. So let's just go back to this screen really quickly. and just take a quick look-see at these cards. We've got no one drops other than develop your brain and popsicles. So it looks like that those are going to be what we're looking for in hand for turn one plays. We are potentially going to follow those up with Cruella de Vil's fashionable cruiser, isn't she? Look at her hair blowing in the wind. She is a 3/2, questing for 1, inkable 2, cost. During your turn, this character gains evasive. Hmm. Hmm. That could be interesting. And then we've got our oldie but goodie 2 cost inkable Prince Eric with Challenger 2. I honestly think that he is pretty decent or decent enough value. I am perfectly happy to have him in the deck and probably even more happy to ink him later in the game. We have the Mickey Mouse Detective. Now, this card, it might just be because I don't have enough experience in Sapphire yet. I've had a really hard time justifying putting this card onto the field every time that it's really appropriate. I always feel like I want to do something else. There's something else that is catching my eye, or I'm already dealing with a problem by this time. So I hopefully get to play this. It says when I play him, I may put the top card of my deck into my equal face down and exerted. Ooh, doesn't that just give you anxiety to not know? And then I would be checking, even if I won at the end of the game, I'd want to know. But on Pixelborn, you'll never know. So with Belle, strange but special, during your turn you may put an additional card from your hand into your equal face down, so another rampy card. But then what's most interesting is when you have 10 or more in your equal that this character is going to gain 4 like +4 lore. So it's going to quest for 4. So even though she is a nice early or mid-range drop, seems like you're going to want to save her or at least make sure how you would, be sure of how you would get her. Make sure you have card draw, that type of thing. There's no tutoring in this game, so it's top decking or drawing. So drawing is the name of the game in my opinion. When you play Hiram Flaversham, when you play him and whenever he quests, you may banish one of your items to draw 2 cards. And then Cogsworth, which this is our deck's namesake. And I didn't see this is one of the interesting things. I see Cogsworth in a lot of decks, but none of the decks that run this Cogsworth are bothering with little Cogsworth. They're only playing big Cogsworth, big Cog, probably. Sorry. I'm just laughing on the inside about that one. I couldn't help myself. So they're only playing the big one, which means you really can't take advantage of the shift. And the only idea that I can think of why would people not put in little Cogsworth is just even with shift, it's probably not energy. Somebody in the chat says this deck has big cog energy. Oh, that's too much. Okay, if this is a performing deck, it's getting renamed, right? We all know it right now. I hope it does have big cog energy. Let's go. And then we've got our emo beast and just nobody understands him. And don't make me sing my emo song. I do it every time. Tonight will be the night that I fall for you over again. You have to really lean into that one. Oh, and it's cringy. It makes me blush every time. Okay, then we've got Intellectual Gaston. This card um just thematically confuses me. I understand that he's floodborn. I get it. It's not how he actually is. But I feel like if Gaston were a smart guy, or if he had 2 brain cells to rub together, that he would have left Belle alone, and that movie would have played out a lot differently. So, anyways, the card says when you play this character, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and you may put 1 in your hand and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Man, that reads like a Magic the Gathering card, and I kind of like it. What I don't like about it is it's not inkable and it's 6. And he's kind of puny. Maybe he's giving up some of his brawn for the brains that he's gained, because 4/4 for a generally beefy character historically, not talking about the card game, just talking about the character, he eats 4 dozen eggs a day. I feel like he could have a little more willpower than just 4. So I'm gonna get off my high horse about intellectual Gaston. I'll probably end up loving this card, but just thematically, man, it gets under my skin. Now Cogsworth, on the other hand, we like Cogsworth. He's a G. All right. So Tinkerbell Giant Fairy, another classic card. Just a just awesome all the way around. First of all, she's cute as a button, and she's about to blow that ship right on out of the water. She's a 4/5/6 cost inkable. She's gonna hit everyone on the board for 1. She's just gonna do it. She's just gonna come in swinging, bang, bang, bang. She's going to hit those fulls. Especially, I see a lot of these decks playing these cheaper creatures like for free or crazy cost reducing. But the thing is that they're not big and they don't have a way to make them big. So she is a great board wipe or well on her way to a board wipe just from entering. And then during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may deal 2 damage to a chosen opposing character. So that is pretty powerful in and of itself, can come in great in a pinch. Then we have Hades Infernal Schemer, again from the first chapter. And when you play him, you get to put a chosen character into their player's inkwell face down. So it's removal. It's not spicy removal because they're going to get a little Benny, right? But I feel like it's a fair enough trade-off, especially if you're that late in the game and are in desperate need of it. Then we've got good old Smash. We've already discussed Develop Your Brain. Let It Go. This song, put chosen character into that player's equal face down and exerted, is exactly like what Hades is doing. However, it is inkable, it is singable, and it's 2 cheaper than Hades. I said 2 cheaper, but it was the third thing I said, and 2 cheaper. I understand how figures and counting work. I think I do. And then we've got A Whole New World, another 5 cost song, and this is going to cause everyone playing to discard their hand and draw 7 cards. And a personal favorite of mine, grab your sword, deal 2 damage to each opposing character. And Popsicle and Fishbone, I feel like these speak for themselves. They are both from chapter 1 or first chapter and Rise of the Floodborn. So they're going to be card draw and removing damage, I believe, and then also fueling your inkwell. All that to be said, I notice we have a nice chunk of songs here. Mm, but they're spendy. They're spendy, and it does look like our character curve is a little high. So I think this is going to be, if I had to take a guess, and it is, I assure you, a guess, that early game is going to be predominantly focused on just ramping and less questing, because we want to get to these expensive creatures with great abilities. And then once we get these creatures with great abilities, we start to exploit their abilities and also potentially sing these songs. Okay, great. So now that I've assessed this, I think I have an idea of what's going on. Let's go back into the game and get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. I have no shame. Just absolutely none. Boop. Mm, mhm. I need just uno momento. Please hold. Alrighty. So we are going to play the Cogsworth and Friends deck. If you're just joining, we are first going to play this in the lab because this is the very first time that we've ever ran this deck. And I cannot remember the website, but I'll look it up. If it's amazing, it is going to be on my dreamborn.inc website where I have also stored it. Oh, what a dirty matchup for number 1 for my first matchup. No. Okay, we're looking for Popsicle and develop your brain on turn 1. We didn't hit. I also really prefer Eric early versus Cruella DeVille. I love her little evasive thing, but I think we've got to do it. I think we're going to keep Eric and go for some one drops. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm already singing. Alrighty, let's start by inking Let It Go. We're going to do what the card says and we're going to let it go right now. And I think we're going to just develop our brains. Ooh, smash. Now they are red. And I typically have trouble playing Mickey, and he's also not inkable. So I think right now we draw a smash. Alrighty, and then we are smash and pass. No Cogsworth yet. I have a feeling we might get absolutely friggin' annihilated, but we're still going to muscle our way through and learn this deck. Oh, okay, so he does get Challenger 2. Rafiki's going to get Challenger 3, but it would be a trade. So would Cruella, however. So I think we are going to... We're going to give up Develop Our Brain. We've already developed our brain. There's not much that can be done. We're going to power through. We're going to take Cruella. Go ahead. Do something. Look at the size of the wheel on Cruella DeVille's car. It's like it's like this big. Oh no. No. No, 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 no. They exerted and traded, so that makes me feel so good about not putting my Eric out. I know that she's got evasive. However, um, let's let's be mean. Let us be mean. They want. I feel like they may be bouncing. Let's see if they bounce and rush. I don't know how much Madam Mim Fox costs. Man, why can't I remember that? Do we put Eric out? Do we put the fishbone quill out? I was having this discussion earlier, and someone was saying that we need to lean into the items. I'm going to ink an Eric. I'm going to fishbone quill. I'm immediately going to shove the Gaston that I dislike so much into my inkwell, and I'm going to try and do what I think this ramp is supposed to do, or this deck is supposed to do, and I'm going to ramp into these giant freaking creatures in hopes that if they have Dagrons and board wipes and mean things that I will be able to answer them, my value being my ink. Whew. Okay. So, on this turn, if we ink Tink, but I don't want to ink Tink, but I don't wanna. So, I think we're going to Fishbone Quill our Hades. And we're going to do... We're going to do... He's so unimpressive. That is the thing. I feel like they are messing with me. That's okay. We're going to smash and Eric and pass. Maybe we'll start to get ahead. If we get an inkable, it doesn't matter, because if it's not inkable, we'll fishbone quill right on into Tink. We might have been able to hold off on the smash because of the Tink, and Pinocchio was just a 1/1. Ooh, no, no, no. Well, oh, you guys, I hate to do it. I don't wanna get rid of Tink, and I need the card draw, so we're going for a hard cast of the beast. We're just going to wait it out. I know that they're gonna bounce this guy though, because they want that card draw, and it's not going to trade with Eric. And that's how I'm feeling about that. Eric, we don't have anything shipped onto him, so we are going to try to keep up in this lore game by questing with Eric and keeping the damage off of Beast, unless they have any direct damage, like a Teeth and Ambitions would do it. And in that case, it would cut off our card draw, but we would still kind of be okay with that. Depends on what our draw is. Oh, crab. They are going to trade my Eric. They didn't bounce it. I forgot all about the crab. That's fine. That's fine. And they got the damage as well. Okay. Okay. Got to keep that in mind. Got to file that away in ways to pick your game up, Maggie. Ah! We just ink. We ink and play her. We get rid of Pinocchio, right? I don't like it. It's not the worst. And we pass. We can't rightfully quest with Eric. We can't exert him and trade him right now. We're top decking. They've got 5 cards in hand. It only feels like we're doing good. Just wait until this stuff happens. And even though we're in Sapphire somehow, we have the exact same amount of freaking ink. I feel like I might have played this wrong. They're rushing. They're out of ink though. So there's that. Yeah, one whole new world would change things a bit. So I'm going to deal 2 damage whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, but I have nobody to freaking challenge. Oof, oof, oof. And I know they're red, and I know they've got a wipe. But if they swung a Tink, it's only during my turn too. That's the one caveat that I don't like, but I do have another Tink, so let's just keep our lore going. Let's keep it moving. It is a very tough matchup. Amethyst Ruby is a very tough matchup. Almost with just about any color combination. Oh, I knew the removal was coming. So come on, whole new world. Hopefully, I'll just top deck into some decent enough songs in removal, or the popsicle would be good enough. Come on, goat. Maui's fishhook. Mm. Until the start of your next turn, you're going to get evasive with the tap in 2. They do have enough. Or or give people a +3 strength. If you have a character named Maui in play, you may use it for free. Oh, okay, so well, I think we know what's about to happen to us. Oh yeah, I'm banishing Fish Quill to draw. I need the card draw so bad. Sure. Okay, chat, hit me up. Do I play the popsicle and draw a card? I feel like that's the correct play. Or do I play Cruella de Vil and keep popsicle in hand? I want the card draw now. I want it now. I want to play popsicle. Let's do it, because then we might know might have something that we want to ink. Oh, yes. Yippee, yay, yay. Okay. Hmm. I'm about to get a whole new hand, so I really don't mind inking her right now because I'm about to lose her anyways. And if they swing at me with Merlin, we're going to trade anyways. So let's go. I feel I feel like I'm playing this particular round, this matchup. That's okay. That's okay. I'm about to a whole new world. I feel like life is going to get better. Unfortunately, I didn't ramp like I thought I would be, but I do feel like the matchup isn't a complete. I don't feel like they're just annihilating me, eviscerating me. Give me a turn or two. I might take that back. No items to want to banish. So we are hard casting whole new world. Hmm. What do we have for 3? Nothing. Belle is pretty awesome. We're getting closer to her as well. And Cogsworth, I've been wanting to play him with the resist. That would be very cool. So I also like her, so I think let's just put this out and draw. Let's just draw a card. A beast. How convenient. So let's ink. Ooh, I really like the idea of lore, though. Even if I get to quest with her once, I'm going to ink her because I have extras and I want to stay fluid. If we trade, we stop Goat from coming back in, but we give them a lore. They quest for one. Mm, but then we've kind of forced them to quest because there's nothing really to do if I don't have anything on the board. Not force them to quest. I mean, they don't have to quest. No one is making them quest. We can have, well, we don't want to get two. That's 2, a 4, and a 3. We need her right now more than ever. I feel like this is appropriate. We can sacrifice these popsicles. And let us see. We are going to ink. She's so big. She's a 4/5. Mm. I honestly am going to ink Beast. No, let's see. Resist 1 damage is good. I hate to do it. We're inking Cogsworth. I want to stay up. We are going to pass. This really hurts. About the Queen's castles. I should have expected it. I wasn't even thinking locations. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Ow. Bouncing her back for removal later. Oh my gosh. How explosive were the past 2 turns for this Ruby Amethyst deck? So good. So very good. And the Sorcerer's Spellbook, which is tap and gain a lord. That's, and you can pay for it immediately. They don't have the ink to pay for it, but you could. You could pay for it immediately. Immediately. I could sing it because I can't challenge her, and but I need to kill these locations. I feel like it's so Much more important than this. That's not worth it. He's character face down to. Mm, I can't. I don't think I can catch up. This just does one to every character. Ooh, that is so rough. One to every character. It's not going to help me right now. And they're going to Madame Medusa something. So I feel like let's put these out. I don't want to ink anything that I might need. That I may need. This is rough. I'm going to ink a Let It Go. Alrighty. Hello, Top Deck McDuck. Thank you, thank you. I know he's got all the. So the locations, by the way, Top Deck McDuck, just happened the past couple of turns. It was a very explosive situation for them. I knew the Madame Medusa was coming back out, and frankly, there isn't a way for me to win this game. So we're just going to sit back and watch. We're going to do our very, very best. And we're going to be okay with it because this is the first time that we're piloting this deck. We're just getting to know it. This is draw cards. This does nothing for me except for inking. And they took away my bell. Not that it matters because they win. I don't have any type of a wipe. So, I mean, that's all. That's all, folks. That's it. That's all we can do. I did my best. There's nothing. I'm just trying to make sure I get all of the freaking value that I can so that way I'm understanding precisely how to pilot this deck when I play it again. I understand I can't win. I'd love to, but I cannot. And I believe this is the most value I'm going to get out of this turn, and then I shall lose. I will lose. But that's okay. Many things were learned. I don't feel like this deck can't get there, but this was a very tough first matchup against Ruby Amethyst or Amethyst Ruby. Let's go back in. Let's hope that we don't get paired with mean old Amethyst Ruby. And if we do, let's get a little more aggressive. Let's try to be a little bit more aggressive. Be aggressive. Something that was a thing when I was a kid. Let's just forget I ever started to sing it. Okay, we've got Eric. We have her. I like Eric as a better turn one play. So again, we're going to dump everything but Eric. Eric's my guy. Oh, we did get to develop your brain for turn one. We also have the option of Cruella de Vil depending on how they play. And I really hate to potentially ink a Cogsworth. They are... they're amethyst steel, so 2/5 Cogsworth resist. I like the idea of resist. So we're going to first, depending on our draw, but only depending on our draw, probably ink her and develop our brains. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We're going to ink her. And we're going to throw out our item. Popsicle. Yay, card draw and pass. And then I'm really keen on Eric, but depending on what character they toss out right now, depending on the character. Evasive and card draw. We will ink in Eric. We are going to play the evasive on my turn character. And we are going to pass. Because maybe if they do feel like questing, we're taking it from them. Again, Cruella de Vil is only evasive on my turn. That's good enough, though. I sure am. Okie dokie. Sorry, I'm not talking to myself, everyone. I have another feed from Discord coming into my ears. Somebody asked me a question. A question. Ooh, I'm getting like a little red sore. I need to put this up here. Yes, this is better. All right, it is my turn. Oh, we have thwarted them. All right, for 3, we can Eric and develop our brain. I really like that idea. Or when you play this character, you may put the top card of your deck. Ooh, 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 I like it. I kind of do not want card draw currently. I'm going to ink develop my brain. I'm going to throw him there. We are going to put that in exerted. Fine by me. We are going to quest because, again, they will trade. They may rush in, but I want to get the questing started. Okay, so it's been confirmed. They're doing the Jafar a whole new world situation. That's tough. I don't think resist is going to help us at this point, but we are going to play that on our next turn. That's okay. They along came Zeus us. That's fine. We don't need her. She has served a purpose. hmm We're going to save that baby. This is when you play a character. We don't need that currently. And I feel like we're getting into our grown-up era, right? So we're going to let go of Eric. We're going to keep Popsicle just in case. And we are going to save Belle and throw in Cogsworth for that resist 1 damage. Now, we cannot go into Blue Fairy because she is evasive. So I think we're just going to quest again, yay, resist 1 damage. And Cogsworth having ward, you cannot select him except for to challenge. So he's going to be the G he is with that big cog energy. And he is just going to sit back and watch the show. All right, let us see what happens. Mickey Mouse is looking for those clues. And so am I. A vanilla 2/2 for 1. All of this seems terribly uneventful until that is During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, gain 2 lore. When this character is banished in a challenge, you may draw a card. They're really going for that whole new world combo, aren't they? They want it. They want it so bad. Let's try and to beat them. Try and to beat them. Alrighty. So this is 2. We would have to get higher. So let us think. Let us think. We have the evasive character, which would be nice, but I prefer my girlies. So we're going to ink her. We also have resist 1 damage. So we'd only be hit for 2. And then we can heal. Hmm. Yes, we take you out. And then we do have resist 1. So we will. Oh, he's not exerted. We will do nothing of the sort. I think this must wait. We still have resist 1, so I'm going to try and stay ahead of the curve by. Go ahead and quest. I'm going to quest. Top deck, McDuck. How do you think I'm doing? Have you played this particular build before? Do you like Sapphire Steel? Do you prefer Amethyst Steel? What do you play yourself? Do you play online? Do you play at your local game store? Do you prefer paper to online? I want to know all of the things. Please tell me. I'm waiting on my opponent. It's taking forever. I need someone to talk to. Be my friend. Oh my gosh. Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin around your neck, Sherry, and we shall do the rest. I really wish I knew the rest of the lyrics to that song. I really do. Opponent thinking. Opponent thinky think. Oh, but I did. I resisted 1. I resisted 1 and you took 1. Jafar, more evasive characters. During your turn, this character is or gains evasive. Jafar, Royal Vizier, and the Cruella de Vil are effectively the exact same card. So, if I banish this character, I'm going to deal 2 damage to another character. Yay! Fantastico. I believe right now I really like her, so I just don't want her to be even a little bit hurt. Not even a little bit. And then we are going to Bell. We are going to Popsicle. We are going to draw. Hmm. We can only ink him. We have an item to banish. And that's card draw, which we may need. We don't need her right now, and I would really love to get Belle's ability online. So we are going to quest. and pass. And a victory. That was uneventful, but I did win. So we're 50-50. We're 1 and 1 right now with this deck. I'm going back in. I'm going to go back one more time to the lab and then straight to ranked. I think 3 times in the lab will give us a good idea of at least how I should be driving this deck, how it should be functioning. Interesting. Interesting. What is the win condition? What are they going for with a deck like that? Alrighty. We've got a lot of stuff that we like in our hand right now. So I think we're just going to keep it for now. We're going to ink Cogsworth. We're going to develop our brains. I could get rid of. I'm going to. That's cost 3 to get out, though. That's the thing. It is inkable, so we'll get rid of it should we need to, and we're going to pass. And let's see, I'm not sure about their evasive characters other than the same evasive characters that I've got. So we are going to look into putting one of those. Putting Eric down for now. If we put Eric down, it's looking like it's in our best interest, unfortunately, to get rid of Cogsworth. I know we don't have that many of him in there. So I think, though, do we commit to Eric? That's the thing. Maybe we just commit. 3-2. I don't need the beefiness right now. We're going to commit to Cruella by tossing Eric. Thank you guys for showing the love. My board state last game was definitely big cog energy. And that, folks, is how you do it. I hopefully I can recreate that. It's not something I'm super familiar with, being me and all. All right. So we do not need Let It Go currently. I'd love the idea of being able to keep these other playables in my hand. And we are going to ramp first with Mickey so that we can get him drying. Now, somebody I was debating with earlier said, oh, you need to get these out first because you can immediately use them. But I can immediately use them anytime, and it's also inkable. So I kind of want to save it for potentially when I'm in a pinch. And I am going to go straight into questing. And I'm getting my blue ramping a little bit faster this time around. And they're also, I said blue, sapphire. I meant sapphire. That's my birthstone. I should be able to remember it. But I'm getting it going a little bit faster. They're going to try and catch up, but what they don't know is I too have a fishbone quill. I can also fishbone quill my dude. I don't need the smash. Oh, no, 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 no. No, I wasn't targeting with smash. I'm inking my smash. Shh. Ink. You go ink. Okay. 5. We are going to. We are actually going to Cogsworth. If you're hanging out in chat and enjoying the games, don't forget to follow. I play Lorcana a lot. I play Lorcana live a lot on Pixelborn. I absolutely love learning these new decks, piloting these new deck builds, learning these synergies. I want to take this knowledge to my LGS and I want to annihilate these fools. Flaversham is a card draw machine, but you do have to pay a price. The price you pay is banishing your items. So let's see, 6. We could just be mean and take Flaversham. I feel like that is kind of a thing we could do. It's a little bit of a thing. We have resist 1, but Flaversham is a big booty. I wish that they had more out though. That's the thing. But they are going to quest and draw, and we don't want them to do that. We just don't want them to do that. We're gonna sing. Ooh, just 2. I messed up. I did a mess up. Maggie, why you do this? That's okay. We are going to ink her. And ooh, I did do a mess up, didn't I? And we're putting the additional card. We're trying to get to Belle's. Oh, I did not get to question time. I was thinking about it too long. It's okay. They're going to Maui my Cogsworth. Alrighty. I deserve it. I deserve it for singing with him, but that's okay. Now we're top decking. They've got a big old Maui out. Ugh. I didn't prevent their own card draw. Mistakes are made. Mistakes were made. Come on, whole new world. Where are you when I need you? If I had a whole new world I could ink to, this would be great. You could hold. They can't whole new world me, can they? They're doing Sapphire Ruby. Okay, not a whole new world, but we are going to. We're gonna be bold. We're taking Maui out. Does he have resist? No, he's only got reckless. We're taking Maui out. We must. We're questing because we don't want to fall too far behind. And passing. Oof. 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 Indeed. They have somehow managed more ink than us. How this happen? How do you think this happen? Oh, was that a be prepared? Did they just I don't want to say flash out like in term TCG terminology, but that be prepared came across the screen so fast. Okay, I'm trying to catch up. Okay, Gaston. Well. Well. It's the scry thing. We're hard casting Tink. Lucky Dime. You're gonna gain lore equal to theirs. Oh, that's great. That's good for them. And I don't have item removal, so I have got to figure out a way to hit him. Whole new world. Well, I can't remember if he was a what is let's hide this. Oh, I actually think I'm going to grab a smash. This could be a mistake, but I can immediately take Gaston off the board this way. Yes, I really want a whole new world, but the fact is I need to be able to keep Lucky Dime offline, and that's my only surefire way of being able to do it. Hello, everyone. If you are watching for They Be Prepared Me again, twice. Come on now. Don't be so dang salty. Well, if you're here for the first time, I am playing Lorcana on Pixelborn or through Pixelborn on Twitch, playing live for you guys to see. I am playing for the very first time a Sapphire Steel build. I really want this card draw, so let us go. Throwing out the popsicle, and we are going to. I hate it. I don't want to do this, but it's the only thing that I have to do. It's the only way to keep Lucky Dime offline, so I must. Man, they are. Whew, their ink situation is beautiful. That's so much ink. If you're enjoying yourself, by the way, follow our channel. Follow me, Sleep Operations here on Twitch. I play all of the time. I need this card draw. Whole new world. Oh, I must banish my item. I forgot about that. But at least I have it to banish, so that's good. I also need this card draw, so we are going straight into the beast. We're inking her. We're trying to catch up. We're playing catch up. Say hi in the chat. Let me know what you think about this Sapphire Steel build. It is called Cogsworth and Friends. I'm going to say it's mostly Friends because the amount of times that we get to play Cogsworth is so little, so little so far. They are going to Madame Medusa my beast. I knew it. Urgh. I cannot stand you, Madame Medusa. At least she only has one, but they're going to gain two. Anytime they choose to pay two, which they have enough, so that would be four to gain two lore. Here we go. Are they? Nah, Medusa. And I really don't have a way to catch up to that. I don't think at this point. I do not think at this point. I think that might have been the tempo swing. I mean, not really swing. The tempo push, light push that they needed because they were already headed in that direction with these lucky dimes. A very, very powerful item in my opinion, in my humblest of opinions. Alrighty, when you play this character, you may banish chosen item. Its player draws a card. Oh, so it can be either. And this just has rush. This is our item card draw, which we are going to do. The other one is inkable. I don't want to whole new world them. They are going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8, and then pay. They win. You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I've let you down. They win. They just do. They win, and I cry. We all cry together. And that's life. They're going to quest and lucky dime into a win. And if they are silly, they're going to spend money, spend ink. They're just going to spill their ink all over the place. They don't even need it. That character can't quest right now. I understand the desire to want to play out your cards. So let's go. Alrighty. We are going to ranked. We're leaving the lab. Nobody likes to live in a lab. We're done with that place. Fools. We're not going to hang out in the lab anymore. We're going straight to ranked. Screw it. I meant, let's go for it. That's what I meant. Let's go. Sapphire Steel into ranked. We have an idea of what we're doing now. we are going to get rid of this. And we are also going to get rid of Beast. Oh, and I hate to do it. We're getting rid of Belle as well because she's such a late play. We have so many of these Cruellas. We are going to develop our brains. And our game has glitched out. So we're going to leave and we're going to jump back in and maybe it will be kind enough to pair us before our turn has dropped. I know, oh no, but sometimes you can get back in and we are going to draw the develop your brain. And pass. My music has gone away. We do like Smash. We also like develop your brain. So I think we're just going to ink another Cruella. Throw Eric out. We're going to try to turn 3 Mickey Mouse. Or maybe turn 3. The Enchantress says challenge his character gets +2, so it's going to be a 3, 1. Sure. I feel like at this point we kind of need to get rid of develop your brain. We're moving towards Beast. And we are going to Mickey Mouse. Detective. Mickey Mouse detective. He's on the case. Da 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 da. We're questing because she can trade us our Eric. We want the lore. We want the lore. We want to ramp. That is what we are here for, people. We got a big Cindy on deck. Okay, so this is going to be evasive into the big Cindy. I see what's going on here. I don't see Lyle played that often. When you play this character, you give another character reckless during their turn. All right. So I cannot quest during my turn, during my next turn. Okay. So we are giving away Eric because we know they have evasive. We might need to meet them with some evasive shenanigans. We are going to... do we trade? Do we trade? Do we trade? Ooh, we make them trade us. Enchantress doesn't do much otherwise. And we beast. And pass. Oh, I must... what does Reckless say again? When you play this character? They must challenge if able. Oh, okay. I see. They are able. Boo. That's okay. That's okay. Our first game in ranked. Off to a decent start. We are ramping. We are ramping. We are going to draw these cards. If we don't like them, if we don't like what we get, we will whole new world. They've crafted their hand. They've got a game plan. They're gonna give Beast Reckless. How shilly. We're going to Popsicle. We are going to Drow. And I think we want a 5 play. We're not going to. I don't think that we are going to Whole New World right now. So we are going to Quest. And we are going to Cogsworth. Unfortunately, I feel like to Cogsworth, we are going to give up Fishbone Quill. We're going to get the resist from Cogsworth, so I feel like it is worth it. We're going to resist 1. I love the idea of that, actually. We're going to resist 1. Unless they can put damage on my beast, we're going to get additional card draw, so a Whole New World isn't exactly necessary right now until we're a little bit lower in the cards and maybe they're higher with cards in hand. That morph is a little bit scary. Deal 3 damage to chosen character. I feel like the morph character would be such a good character to do that too. They're trying to morph something onto that. Or I know another thing we could do is let's let our characters resist even more damage. I like that more. And if they're resisting damage, it's going to be super duper hard for people to come at us. So I think we're actually going to ink the smash and go a little bit wider. We still have the popsicle to heal a very important character if we ever get into a bind. We can also sing A Whole New World right now. So I feel like let's do it. Let's sing A Whole New World. Let's get the hands. The new hands. And we are going to pass. I think with our resist and also a tink on board, that's going to be pretty freaking awesome. Also, he allows you to put cards into your hand. I'm not in love with him, to be honest. Oh man, look at that big cog energy with all that resist against Big Cindy. Gross. She has resist too, but she only did just a teensy bit of damage to that Cogsworth. Oh man, how gross is that? Okay, so we drew all of the things. Let's see. We're going to put a chosen character into an inkwell face down. It's going to be. We're going to have good old Cogsworth sing this to put Cindy into their inkwell. We still have 7 to spend. We can deal 3 damage to a character, but it's not going to really help us. We can get this card draw, but then that's going to kind of put us down a little bit. And another thing we can do, I don't think that they have a wipe. So another Cogsworth, I think this is our last one because I think we inked one earlier, would just be absolutely just gross. So I think we Cogsworth. We can shift. I don't think it matters that we shift at this point because of all of the resist. So we're going to resist 3. Oh, we cannot shift with that. Okay, sorry. We have to shift with the other Cogsworth, which I'm fine with. Oh no, I didn't want to shift. I wanted to sing. Oh, you guys, nobody spoke up. Nobody in chat said, don't do that. That's a waste. Oh, I'm sick at myself. Fine, we're going to do this. We're going to get this online for her. We're moving towards Belle being gross, and she's also resisting a lot of damage. She would be resisting 3 if I didn't just shift a Cogsworth onto a Cogsworth instead of singing like I thought I was doing. Oof. It's okay. Mistakes were made. That was a rookie mistake. Ugh. I'm just gonna look at all that resisted damage. Oh no. Oh no. What do you guys think about this game so far? What do you think about this board state? This is gonna be a little bit gross. Not gross, but just a little bit meh. I'm going to put the Lyle. If nothing else comes out, I'm putting a Lyle into their inkwell. And I'm questing with Belle. Do they give me this game? Do they feel a little oppressed right now? I feel like this is playing out just a little bit oppressive. They're not really getting to not just pop off. They're not getting to realize from one turn to the next the value of the cards that they're putting out, and that is so frustrating. I have been in that seat before, so I do feel like they may just realize the writing's on the wall. There's not much for me to do unless maybe they are holding up a whole new world and they're debating whether or not to, you know, refresh their hand, refresh their game, hopefully, but potentially also mine. I feel like I'm good kind of no matter what I get. We've outplayed these Cogsworth. Or they could just be glitched or salty letting. Okay, so we have all of these bells. We're going to quest for quite a bit with the bells. We can play. Let's keep one bell out just in case they get mean on us. We're going to put a Lyle back. And we are going to heal up. We're going to banish this item and we're going to heal up a Cogsworth. We can play additional things from our hands this turn. I don't really feel like we need this, and I really want to pump Belle up. She's going to basically quest for 5 at this point. Oh, that's so gross. We don't almost have Bell Ink. We have Bell Ink. We are questing for a gajillion, you guys. And we no. Well, we're questing for a gajillion. And basically it is our game at this point. I'm so proud of this little deck. Thank you, little Sapphire Steel deck, for making my night. I've got a couple more games in me. We're gonna grab our swords. We're not grabbing our swords. We're questing. We're gonna do the classy quest. We're gonna end this game. We're gonna put them out of their misery by questing with Belle for 23 over the line. Huzzah! Huzzah to the big cog energy. Welcome to Cogsworth and Friends, people. Love it. Love that Sapphire Steel deck doing exactly what it was built to do, which was resist all of that damage and invite your friends to the party. Freaking amazing. All right. So this is going to be removal, Teeth and Ambitious, Be Prepared, Reckless, Rush, maybe some songs that they're singing. So we need to keep those things in mind. the Maui. I can feel the Maui coming down the pike already. So all of these, while great, are not exactly what I'm hoping for. So I'm going to drop 5. All right. And we're going to turn 1 popsicle. Unless we draw a better situation. I mean, obviously we're turn 1 popsicling, but we're going to get the card draw off of it. We can give up 1 develop your brain for a popsicle. I don't think that's terrible. Oh no, no turn 2 play. That's okay. That is all right. We will draw first. Hopefully we will draw into a good turn 2 play, like an Eric with Challenger 2 or the evasive on your turn Cruella de Vil. All right, opponent turn. Do your thing. Do your stuff. The Mother Gothel that enters with the 3 damage, so confusing to me. I did actually play against a Red Rush deck at my local game store. Did not hit that, but I love having a Cogsworth in hand. I don't mind having the Cogsworth in hand, and Bell is such a late play. So actually, before we ink Bell, let's be smarter about this. I'm going to develop my brain first. And we're going to draw the beast. I'd like to have a beast in hand. He's inkable. Do I ink him right now? No, I'm inking Bell. I'm just doing it. I'm going for it. And unfortunately, I have to pass. I didn't get a turn to play. Hello, Darth Eduardo. Good evening. Thank you for joining our channel where I always want to say I'm playing Pixelborn. I'm not. We all know what I'm playing, Disney Lorcana. It's a Disney game. I'm playing streaming here live, struggling through speak. I speak poorly sometimes. This is a tough one. I have to do this because the resist would be nice. The card draw would eventually be nice, but I don't think I need that. Ooh. So I have to ink my beast. I have to do it. It's a tough call, but I must. I love the removal. I love the idea of a new hand. Dealing 2 damage to each of their characters doesn't seem as if it is really going to help me right now, but I do have 2 of the Hades, so we're going to put him in there and hopefully we'll ramp up and catch up. So Darth Eduardo, thanks again. Thanks for joining. If you are not following already, please do follow. I stream Lorcana live all the time. I build new decks. They can be user submitted decks. They might be tournament decks from online, winning its decks from online tournaments. I want to learn their synergies. I want to share them with you and talk Lorcana. I absolutely love TCGs, so hanging out, playing, talking, it's the best. So we are going to ink another Hades to play a Cogsworth. If life does not improve for us soon, we are going to have to whole new world. Julian, you pulled a foil Hades in a pack? I opened a pack online. I'll share it with you while we're waiting. I got a goat. Can you see this? Let me see it where it is on the screen. I got a Ray. I got some unmentionables, truly, and Merlin Crab, playable in the meta, a King Louie, and a foil piglet. So it was a total bust. However, congratulations on what an amazing pull that was. Absolutely. Bravo, sir. Okay, so they've got a big board state. They've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got resist 1. I'm gonna deal 2 damage. I have to attack the bodyguard, and I can heal up. Let's do the dealing 2 damage to each opposing character. We are going to have to hard cast this, unfortunately. And we are also going to... we're going to popsicle... Oh, we can't popsicle. We are going to put a thing into our inkwell to popsicle. We want to draw. Is that the first Hades you've ever pulled? We can't develop our brain right now, but we are going to get rid of our bodyguard. Hopefully stay in the game just a little bit longer, and we are going to... He has resist 1, so Maui's going to get him anyways, and I don't want to waste my popsicle, and I'm going to ink because I have a whole new world. Hopefully that keeps us in the game just a little bit longer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not much longer. So the sad part about... Oh no, we lose, you guys. We lose because they have enough on deck. It was nice. It was nice playing, but we didn't make it this time around. We're going to concede and keep going. Let's see, Julian. Congrats, my dude. You had the regular one already? I'm obsessed, Julian, with getting play sets. Let me show you this tool that I use before we move on to the next game, because I do absolutely love to share this tool with my followers. If you are not following, please do follow, but I will pop this up there right now for everybody. This is the deck that I have built out today, and I'm using right now for the first time. I've probably had 4 or 5 games total with it. And if you are looking, this website is dreamborn.inc. And the reason why I had an out. What if I played Harem and had an inkable? Oh my gosh. That is such a good point, by the way. Chess. Thank you for mentioning that. I'm just learning this deck. I say this a lot. You hear me saying this a lot because I play a lot of different decks from day to day. And I I could have had an out. I'm so sorry. You have to yell at me when it's happening. But before we move on to the next game, I do want to show this to Julian the Genius. On this website, you can just build these decks, and you can also catalog your entire collection. I've cataloged my collection, my foils, my non-foils, my promos, my enchanteds, of which I have 1. And you can see at a glance all of the foil and non-foils that I have, and you can say, "Oh, do I have a master set where I just at least have 1? If I don't, what are the incomplete ones?" So for me, the incomplete ones, other than the enchanted, out of all of the sets, if I put all, is just this short list, which actually completed, I would say, 90% of this list today getting them. You almost had 5 boxes down, never got an enchanted. I got my first enchanted. I wasn't streaming live, but I did videotape it, and I got it sitting at my kitchen island, opening up a trove of, I believe, Floodborn, and my enchanted was the Snow White enchanted, and I looked like a kid on Christmas. It felt so good. But I do use this to catalog my cards because this part is cool. It's not exactly the most useful part. What's useful about it is when you build a deck like the one... Something went wrong. Oh no. Let's go back. We will go back in time and we will go to the Cogsworth and Friends deck. And you can see here, you have your cataloged on the official Lorcana app. I wish I had logged them all on Dreamborn. Yes. Okay. So, Julian, I want to tell you something, my friend. You are not alone. I cataloged my collection, and you can see here how very vast it is. I have over 4,000 cards. I cataloged my collection on the Lorcana app. I very quickly, while I was doing it, early on in doing it, realized, oh, this is just, it's cute, it's cool, it's great to look at, right? The interface is pretty. However, it's not useful for people who are playing regularly. It's just good for knowing the cards and being able to read them and being able to reference them, right? Hopefully they get on the up and up, and they address that. But I was lucky enough to stumble across Dreamborn Inc. after I had frustrating, like in just a bit of or bout of frustration, started to build out this entire thing myself in Excel. That's how that's how just either psychotic or brilliant or whatever whatever you want to call it. I was on Excel trying to build this out, doing a pretty darn good job, already scraping TCG for the prices, put in the go grab HTML, made it check every 5 minutes, and I was off to the races, but I was losing my ever loving mind. When I found Dreamborn.inc, my heart, I just like, it got so warm. I danced a little jig, but then the most dread when it set in that, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to sit here. I'm going to have to sit here and catalog these over again. And so you missed it yesterday. I was online streaming for a full entire day, a marathon me cataloging these cards so that I could appropriately use this tool. Another benefit is I don't like rifling through my cards. I have every single one of my 4,000 cards in a penny sleeve. I work at an LGS. I get a good price on these sleeves. They're already a penny, and I get them for cheaper than a penny, so I'm pretty happy about that. At least currently I do. So I have them all in penny sleeves, and I just want them to stay in the box, and I don't want to touch them unless I am building a deck to take to my LGS. So I am very, very OCD, and I love data. I couldn't appreciate data more. And so once again, I really love the deck building feature on this site, and it just gives you so much insight. I can look at this data, and for me, it sings a song, and I can kind of get an idea of what I'm looking at in a deck. And then after that, after I take this and put it into Pixelborn and play it like you're seeing me do live on stream, I can tell easily, oh, I've already got 73% of these cards. If I love this, I can take it to my LGS, unfinished, albeit. But if I want to finish it, I can optimize my cart in tcgplayer.com and have them sent to me in a flash, so I can be running it at my LGS pretty quickly if it does become viable or interesting to me beyond Pixelborn. So now that you guys have gotten my spiel on that, if you're watching, if this information is helpful to you, please do utilize these tools. Anything to make your life easier. This tool at dreamborn.inc is free 99, just like the Pixelborn app is. I cannot get enough of that because I was hit in my pocketbook for so long playing Arena because I play Magic as well. But now that we've gone through that, again, congrats on your foil, Hades. I it's to me it's almost as good as an enchanted. It's like the same feeling because there's plenty of foil cards to go around. You get the foils in every pack, right? But hitting a good foil card, chef's kiss. I absolutely love it. So we're going to get back into the game, and we are going to go right back into ranked play. I am interested in my stats, so what I'm going to do here is just restart the game. For some reason, you have to restart it for it to log your stats. You have about 1,500 cards right now, so it wouldn't take as long as it took me. Oh, I mean, So here's the thing is I want to give you a piece of advice if you are cataloging your cards. Again, I work at an LGS. I catalog, I grade, I sell, I buy collections. I do this stuff all day long. And so the best advice I can give anyone cataloging their Lorcana cards would be to do it alphabetically. If you do it by color, you're always going to have to remember the color that a card was before you can find it. And you think on the outside, right? I'll be able to do that. No big deal, right? Nay, nay. Nay, nay. If you do that, you will always be losing your mind. What color was that card? What color is that card? I can't remember. Now I've got to go look in this color, and then you're rifling through your collection. If it's in alphabetical order, all you have to remember is the name. It makes it 100 million times easy, in my opinion. Does my blue steel list have Mr. Smee? So, no, it does not have Mr. Smee. It also does not run Captain Hook. It is a Cogsworth and Friends themed deck. It's got big cog energy. We've been discussing this. We've been discussing this at length, my guy. So, we are going to put these back and hope for more. So this isn't exactly the steel sapphire matchup that you might be thinking of typically. So we're going to give away a Cruella and pass our turn. We're going to sacrifice her to the well. We're going to push her in. We're going to get all that evil energy out of here and right into the inkwell, into the blackest of black inkwells where it belongs. Thanks for chatting, everybody. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to follow along. Follow me, don't get lost. So when this is challenging, this character gets +2. This character already has +2. Well, let's use her because she has 3 and we can go right into the bayou, perhaps, perchance. Also, if you're just joining for the first time, smash that follow button. Follow us. Watch our content. Me and the ladies up in my head. It's just me, I promise. So follow me. I'm going to be playing Lorcana regularly. I'm going to share all my tips and tricks. You guys can watch me stumble through this. You can bear bear or bleh, bear witness to me fumbling through general speech and also learning these texts for you guys. Okay, so we're going to trade. We're not trading, obviously, they're not exerted, but we're going to go into the bayou. We're going to give them the opportunity to trade Cruella, and we're not going to do that. We are going to smash their shmee. Smash their shmee. And I think because we're ahead and we want to eventually get into these big baddies, we are going to get rid of Eric. Thank you so much for joining the stream, everybody. I'm Sleep Operations, playing Lorcana on Pixelborn for your viewing pleasure. For hopefully you're learning a thing. I know I'm learning a thing. Um, the blood, sweat, and tears method. Happy to share all of my little tertiary apps, tips, tricks, how I get this information. Oh, this is a locations heavy deck, and I'm so glad I got ahead of it with the Smash in the Bayou. Smash is glitched out over here in the corner, so I may actually end up. Let's see. We're not doing that. Obviously, I'm not that crazy. I love her for her lore ability, but I really love him, especially because they have probably some big Mauis or something in there. So I think I'm going the potential trade route, and I'm gonna get this card draw. We're going right into the Jolly Roger, and hey. I don't have any lore to lose. We're going to exit out of the app and pop back in. Hopefully, again, it's going to fix. We've seen it be a little bit on the glitchy side tonight. It will reconnect us to our match. So do not fret, dear followers, dear watchers. The only thing it does is turn the sound off. So I gotta go back in and turn that on. It looks like they quested. This only has 2 left. And we are going to be up to 5. We could put something in their inkwell, but I really, truly, truly love the idea of a Cogsworth right now and saving that for later. What is going on? If you are in the chat for the first time, say hi, say hello to me. Don't make me just sit here playing against this opponent that I don't even know. Oh, yay, card draw. Okay, this is dealing 2 to each character. This has not done a thing yet. Whenever this character quests while at a location, you're going to deal a damage to a character. We are actually, for the first time ever, for the first time in forever, I'm actually not afraid. I'm going for it. We're resisting one, and I like it. Bye-bye. I said bye-bye. You heard me. And we're going to sing this with Cogsworth. And we're going to throw this baddie into their inkwell. We're going to let them get a little bit ahead in ink because they are not doing too great in cards. And we are going to get a whole lot of card draw off of Beast. You tried playing Pixelborn on your phone, but it can't read the cards because they're too small. Yeah, Pixelborn on the phone. Oh, thank you so much. I'm talking to the chat, but I'm really talking to this player. Why on earth would they whole world right then, unless they were absolutely desperate? I have definitely done the desperate whole new world before, so I'm not trying to sound too pig-headed. But come on now. The Shmee. Uh, we could put down another. We could put down another Cogsworth. If they hate their hand, they're gonna whole new world us again, right? So, I really want to do 2 of him. Put extra cards into my inkwell. Let's do it. I am going to. This is a tough choice. I already have a good Cogsworth. I don't need another one, but it is Cogsworth and Friends, so we're going to ink this. We're trying to get ahead here, people. And we're not singing Whole New World. We're not exposing our beast. I don't have an item to banish, but questing feels right, especially with the resist. Thank you for joining the live stream. If you are enjoying this, please follow along, follow me so that you can get notifications and watch me play Lorcana and learn about these decks. Wow, I'm so glad that we keep getting these locations in check. So this is just going to quest for 1. The resist, the Maui's Palace, the Palace of Exile, that little island. That is good. It's almost too good. I'm glad we didn't get rid of good old Cogsworth. So here is what we do here. That's 5. We are going to have to get rid of that. How is this? For each location is in play, this gets and gains resist 1. That's pretty darn good. I'm not going to lie. We don't need this popsicle. I don't think I need it. They don't have a way. If he's got damage, I'm not getting card draw. But do I need card draw right now? No. Okay, I'm going to try my best, you guys, to stop playing so dang defensively soon, I promise. Be prepared. Let's see it. I knew it. That's okay. I've held up characters. And all they're doing is top decking. We are going to throw Bell out. And we're going to throw Cogsworth out. We are going to ink. We're going to continue on the ink. We don't want to get behind, just in case there's by some crazy means, they do something over there. Oh, let us see. So, going to put him out, giving more resist, which would be great. And then we are going to ink her. One in my hand, one on the bottom of my deck in any order. We're actually going to take this. And then we're questing. No. We have to get ahead of these whilst we can. So we are going to quest with her. And we're going to send him over here. And then we're passing. Thank you, everybody, for joining my live stream of Disney Lorcana here on Twitch. So let's see. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I believe that's game, right? That's game. Woohoo! Victory! Let's do our weird thumbs that the girl is about to do for us. I do not want to get ahead of myself, but I think that this is the big cog energy that we were trying to achieve with this Sapphire Steel deck. Woohoo! Love it. Did I just say woohoo? I sure did. If you enjoyed that, please follow my channel. Come back for more. Hang out. Play this game. This Sapphire Steel deck is shaping up to be very, very interesting. Oh, Julian, I forgot to tell you about your phone. Pixelborn is not meant for the phone right now. It's not even a company. It's just a guy that built Pixelborn. He's getting paid singularly, kind of indirectly through Patreon so that it doesn't get in trouble by Disney. So I try to like give him a bit of a pass, right? Just a bit of a pass because he's doing us a good, right? We're getting rid of a whole new world and we're keeping everything else. We're going to draw into things, right? That's our big plan right now is to draw into such and such. Do we need to develop your brains right now? I'm gonna play kind of aggressively, and I'm gonna get rid of one of these. Ooh, no, 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 no. I'm playing the popsicle that I almost missed. If you are enjoying the stream, if you've just joined, go ahead and hit that follow button. My name is Sleep Operations. I play Disney Lorcana here on Pixelborn a freaking ton. So much it would make your head spin. But I don't play the same decks all the time. I build new decks. I build new decks almost every single time I stream. If I love a deck, we'll stick with it for a while. We might have a marathon. We might have some sort of challenge going on. We do showcase our deck builders, our collection, our catalog, uh, items. Ooh, okay. So I really don't want to develop my brain. I don't want to. I want to get out this evasive character, and I shall pass the turn. This Sapphire Ruby deck is doing something mean to me. I was up against the Sapphire Ruby deck, I believe, earlier. Little Tala. When in Spanish, you get to ramp. That makes perfect sense. So, what are we doing here? We can popsicle and a character. And I'm going to be honest, we're getting rid of Eric. Oh, I should have popsicled first. See what I drew. It'll punish me for that, undoubtedly. So, I think we are questing and continuing, and hopefully we are ramping faster than they are. We are going to Flaversham next turn, and we do have items to discard in order to fuel Flaversham. Yeah, it's truly wonderful. It's so easy though, I'm not gonna lie. Do I get frustrated by the glitches? Do I get frustrated that it doesn't do this or that, or certain cards don't work right, exactly out of the gate? You know I do. I'm only human. We're only human here. Let's see. So we're gonna help him ramp, right? That's okay. All right. Then we're going to popsicle heal ourselves. Oh wait, we don't need to waste a popsicle because they're just going to trade with us regardless. So we don't need to waste the popsicle on that, I don't think. But we do want to get out of Flaversham. And we don't necessarily need Tink right now. We have other good turn 6 plays. So we are going to Sadink Tink. We're going to Flaversham. I wish you could target this and then in response use it, but then I guess I wouldn't have a legal target any longer. So sad face. What did I do? What did I do? I don't know, but I tell you what I'm going to do. Quest. You guessed it. Probably didn't take you very long to realize. I'm trying to be a little bit more aggressive with this blue deck. It's a bit of a mirror match so far. So far. A little bit of a trade. Ooh, fishy bone quill. We are actually going to play this turn, and then maybe potentially whole new world next turn, because I so badly want to ramp and get ahead of them in terms of ramp. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. We'll have a 5, 6, 7 next turn. We won't have anything to play, so it almost doesn't matter. And we're whole new worlding it anyway, so for now, we are just going to do that. And we are going to popsicle heal her so that once we quest with her, she's not immediately removable by Flaversham. And then we're questing. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. the live stream of me playing this Sapphire Steel Lorcana deck. It is blue ramp and big, strong, mean steel creatures. However, there's one very important blue creature. It is Cogsworth. Oh, sorry about that. I am being silly. I want to draw. Maybe I don't have to a whole new world after all. I probably should have done that earlier. So, the important character I was referring to is right here, Cogsworth, grandfather clock. He is a shy boy. He likes to be out there, but he's got ward. He doesn't want to be targeted unless he is challenged, and he is going to give everyone resist one. Everybody. All right. All right. You got to ink Hiram, Flaversham. Looking at the top two cards of their deck and putting one in the hand and one in the inkwell. They are meeting my ramp with their own ramp, and they're going to Medusa me. So mean. This is where the red is getting introduced. This is the red debut. Let's think about this. We do love the idea of resist. They're not bouncing their red, right? So resist isn't going to help us a whole lot right now, but hmm, we can clock. We're clocking and we're popsicling and we're inking Flaversham to stay up. And it's looking like we're headed towards a whole new world, people. We are probably most definitely whole new worlding. She has resist one somehow. How? Oh, yes. Not somehow. I was just talking about this card. It's from Cogsworth, people. Hiram is a real star in the Sapphire decks. I couldn't agree more. Just because it's not just that he gets to draw, it's that he may. You don't have to. It's leaving it completely up to you, and I absolutely love Flaversham for that reason. He's very versatile. He's like a little Swiss Army knife. Still trying to get ahead of me. Rude. I said rude. You heard me. And they're developing their brain. I hope you draw into something good that I can take from you. We are only resisting one, so that is a bad idea. Don't do it, Maggie. Don't do it, Maggie. And you know it. We don't have anything to ink, so we have to hard cast this, which is a little bit sad. We could sing it, but I need the Cogsworth more than you know. Fantastico. We can deal 3 damage to chosen character. It is going to be Medusa or put one into the inkwell. We don't want to fuel their inkwell. I I honestly don't want to fuel their inkwell, so I'm going to get rid of Let It Go. They're already ahead of us, so no, we not do it. So let's see. Does this other characters gain resist 1 damage? So he'll be down to 1. And I won't have resist any longer, but I will be able to deal 2 damage to characters. I don't like the idea of them getting ahead of me. This is such a hard choice. Life is full of tough choices, isn't it? I guess I could have sung instead. I could have sung. All right, lessons learned. I could have hard cast smash and then sung grab your sword. So So I deserve this. They're gonna Hades my Cruella? What a waste. What if I Hades your Hades? Wow, they're really going for it. The ultimate irony, right? I am going to have to fuel their inkwell a little bit more because I can't have a big booty Judy Hades out there. So, do I fuel my ink this way or that way? I think this way because I have the ability. Mm, I think this way. Sorry if you disagree. Let me know if you disagree in the chat. 10. I kind of want to hold this up, but they're getting so far ahead of me and they have a lot of cards. They may a whole new world. I would get really lucky if they did that. Or I feel like I would be lucky. I think you guys, I think this might be my last game for the night. So hopefully it doesn't fall apart. Oh, that would be so terrible. All right, are they going to sacrifice Fishbone Quill? Are they done feeding their characters to the inkwell? Yeah, we both run Whole New World, so it's tough. It's definitely changing my approach, for sure. So this is going to deal 2, and I could sing it. I can't sing it. I can pay for it twice. I know this sounds weird, but hear me out. Let's just draw a card. We are going to hard cast Grab Your Sword. And then we are going to... They can also hard cast these Grab Your Swords, so I feel like they can immediately take her out, which would be a little bit devastating, but that would also be encouragement for me to just go ahead and cast my Whole New World. So if it happens, it happens. Oh, I forgot to ink again. Does it say any card or any inkable? No, I don't have an inkable anyway, so I couldn't do that. I knew it. Where's the Hades when you need him, you guys? I need him so much. So much right now. I must Whole New World and hope I get removal for the Maleficent, but they are so far down. So very far down. So I think we are going to Beast. We need card draw without a Whole New World. We are going to take him. This is really rough. They have red and they are ramped into oblivion, so I really don't want to Whole New World, but I must. And I think I'm going to throw Eric into there, put her out, and hope for the best. Again, I believe this is probably going to be my last game for the night. Tamatoa, I don't know if you know this about him, but he was a drab little crab once, but no longer. This character is going to get +1 lore for each character that you have in play. Ugh. You get to return items from your discard to your hand. So they're going to start discarding these popsicles and fueling a crazy amount of card draw. So I think what we're going to do is throw Tamatoa right into the inkwell. I didn't even look. I didn't even think about that. Don't ask me why. We are putting out another beast. Let's hide this. We can shift the beast. Shift 3. We can kind of put up our other beast on. Not shift. This is not saying do not do that, Maggie. Oh my god. Do you guys know how many times I've accidentally shifted when I was trying to sing instead? It's embarrassing. So we've got all these beasts. Flowersham is great. I think actually we're getting rid of, no, if we have to rebuild our board, that would be even better. So we are going to stay in the ink game. And I believe at this point, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do, Maggie? We only need 4 there. We don't have any resist. We don't have any resist, but we also, let's just pass. All of these McDuck Manors, how disgusting. And the Tiny Tala. Right in, oh, I thought it was going into Beast. But it's my turn, they say. So, Beast has 7. $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19. I have to take out 2. The resist isn't really going to matter. This is tough. I don't know what to do. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't get them there. But I don't think I have a way out. They really got me good. That's rough. They win. I was one off from staying alive. That's really hard. What a rough way to end the night. But I think I've definitely learned quite a bit. Feeling pretty good about that deck. Definitely better than some decks that I've run recently. So that is cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I do hope that you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed watching me play Lorcana and the deck that I built. If you didn't enjoy the deck that I built, let me know in the chat a color combination that you would like to see more of, or a particular card that you're interested in seeing actually played live so that you can get an idea of its synergy in all of these various matchups. All right, guys. Again, always love and appreciate my viewers. Thank you for coming back time and time again and supporting the channel. Sleep Operations, don't forget to follow so that you can get those notifications when I am streaming so that you can come and join in on the fun. All right. See you guys next time. Bye. Hearts.